Hello and welcome to this episode of CommuNInqué Mini. As I said earlier, this episode is going to be focused on the news that happened today outside of the main huge amount of Smash Brothers news. And so, moving right into that, it's pretty short, there's not too much to cover, but the first is that the Super Smash Bros. 3DS game will support the C-Stick on the new Nintendo 3DS, but it doesn't support the Circle Pad Pro attachable device. And so this will be interesting to see how that'll affect it when the new Nintendo 3DS comes into play, but until then we don't really have to worry too much about it. And then the next bit of information is actually quite interesting, is that there's apparently been leaked some concept art for a Metroid game that Next Level Games may have been working on before they started working on Luigi's Mansion 2. Now this looks really interesting. The first piece of concept art is of Samus and her suit, and it's quite interesting. It's got kind of glowing parts as well as just, it's kind of stylized interesting. It's not as smooth as it was in prior games. It's kind of more blocky almost. And then there are two concept arts for, I believe they're supposed to be enemies in the series. The first, I'm not exactly sure what it is. It says it's a boss design for Metroid, same with the other one. And this, I'm not sure exactly, I don't think they're the same. But the first one is kind of like a lizard dragon sort of thing, and the second is kind of a rock snake dragon sort of thing as well. So I'm not exactly sure whether this is true or not. I'm assuming it is, just because it would make sense, but just in case it isn't, take it with a grain of salt. And so, I think that's about all the news that I have for tonight. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will be back tomorrow with the second day's worth of the Japanese events news for Smash Bros. 3DS. So, until then, stay classy, YouTube.